finish from Kingma. But still, having said that, he'll take that with only 6 runs coming off the first. Beautiful moments at this time of the match here. We start to see the blue skies slowly disappear. The sun starts to come down. Floodlights are on. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful finish to not just the day, but the finish to these 5 weeks that we've had here in Andalusia, the region of Malaga, here in Cartama. What a way to finish with a full house in as well. A great crowd, great support. Cricket lovers from all over the Costa del Sol coming together for this one. Down the leg side. And this is Ryan Klein. We haven't seen Ryan Klein bowl hardly at all. The reason is that he does have an injury himself, a hip injury. And as a result of that, hasn't been bowled at all. But in the final, of course, you're going to use him. It is International World Ryan Day as well. This one gets played out. Well, he did pretty well, didn't he? And Ryan Day earlier, when he scored 62 of 23 deliveries. Well, it worked for him with the bat. Now, can he perform with the ball on Ryan Day as well? The words Rye and Anne come together, which mean Small King combined. That's what he's looking to do here. So, going to be interesting. He's just changing his run up here. So, I do think that he does have a niggle with that hip. So, shorten his run up. This one gets played out. And they'll take just a single. Declined. Yeah, definitely got an issue with that hip. So just a couple of paces now. It's been well struck, but again, Harrison Ward does not want to take the single. Playing it cautiously. Another dot. Yeah, he's got to be careful. Look, he's already, I mean, he's struggling already. So you got the opening bowler, Vivian is struggling. Klein also. I think he's just going for the motion just to complete this over, really. They want him fit. They need him fit. He's going to play a very huge, a very important role with the bat. So it was a bit of a gamble, but I suppose they've been keeping him, they were hoping to keep him fit, ready for this one, but it's not quite worked. Klein once more. He's well hit. Chase on for the fielder, but doesn't quite get the middle. So he's looking to finish it off pretty well. Again, 2 decent overs. Kingma, for of his over was a boundary. Ryan Klein will be hoping that that's not repeated in this one. So, oh, does try and go for it, but doesn't. So it's just going to be a single. So the first 2 overs have been pretty good ones for the Netherlands. And despite the 1 boundary that we've seen, and that was Kingma, 4 off his last over, they keep it pretty tidy. The score at the end of 2 overs is 12. So a pretty low-key start. But England have shown already that they're quite happy to see out the opening attack and then really launch the assault in the last 5 overs. We've seen them do that, and then they normally can pick up around about 80 runs. Against Spain in the last 5 overs, it was 83 runs. The split there was 40 and 83. So they're more than capable of doing it. They've got some big hitters. Now they're going with Kingma here straight away to finish off. Let's see how Kingma fares here. First over was a good and just let himself down with the last 4. But unlike Ryan Klein, he's sticking to his big run. Here he comes. Kingma to Ward. And this is being hit well. He gets it over the man at point. And this is going to be 4 carreras. Well, the fielder does as best he can, can't he? He's leaping in the air, but he can't do anything about this. Kafi coaches get the feeling, but choca, lagia, 4 más. Así me gusta. And you can see there, Kingma thinking, so close, just out of reach. So back-to-back boundaries from Kingma, the last ball and the first ball. And he's got him. Bowls him, all hands up. And being in Kingma, he gets the wicket, but he also feels the pain. Oh, well, this is hard to watch, but even the wicket and the top wicket of Harrison Ward isn't enough to get him jumping for joy. He's certainly feeling the pain, but I tell you what, he may be feeling the pain. But there's joy at the moment for the Netherlands side because Harrison Ward, we know how dangerous he can be. He wasn't able to click against Spain, and he's not able to click here against the Netherlands as well. He'll go for 8 of the 7 balls that he was able to face, and that is a huge wicket. Issues and concerns, of course, for Kingma. I mean, there's the stumps. He knocks them over. That is a boogie, oogie, woogie, kookaburra 5 ball, or as I like to say, jagade phatte, dande jagdete. That's great, but you can see, well, he might have knocked the stumps over, or the dande jagdete, but apne dande bahut dukh diya. He's hurting. He's feeling the pain here. And Sebastian Bratt is with him, of course. They're probably chatting to him and saying, hey, are you sure you're okay? Man who can do no wrong at the moment. Well, there's some Netherlands supporters. They're pretty happy, waving the flags around. Man who can't do no wrong at the moment. Andy Rishton comes into the attack in terms of with the bat. Let's see what he can do here. Kingma to Rishton. Rishton goes for it, and he's going to get it. Balle, balle. Inna sona shaka lagya. Well, I don't know if Vinny Sandhu is still in the VIP section of the ground. Well, if he is, well, Vinny, this might be one for you.
Well, I just escaped, and lucky I did, because that would have been headed in that direction. Rishton.com. Somebody register that. He has been on fire today when it's counted. And Kingma goes the journey. He's digging deep here, Viv. And now he gets blasted. It's well knocked down, though, by Ellen Bass. What a start to this final. I mean, it's hard to make comparisons. I know we've done something like over 2,700 matches. I can't ever imagine a match as big as this with the crowd, with the atmosphere. The first time we've had an ECC final under lights. Yeah. And I am pumped. How could you not be?
How can you not be? Look at those scenes. I mean, this is cricket in Spain. This is cricket in Europe. And, well, we told you it's going to grow, and it's growing all the time. This is a marvellous crowd, and they're watching what is going to be a very competitive contest. Vivian once more. It's in the air, it's upish, and oh, it's a matter of millimetres on the Eba has to chase it down, and Clayton Floyd can't get there. It's an agonising jump for the fielder, and once again, it was Ellen Bass who tries everything to get there. It just hovered up there for a moment, but just out of his reach. Great effort, and then Clayton Floyd can't stop the ball from beating him to the boundary. 4 runs.
Yeah, just a game of inches, isn't it? Viv has one more ball. He'll be giving it everything.
Vivian Kingma. Can he finish well?
One second breakthrough. Last ball of the power play. Hit back to him, knocks it down, but it'll just be a single. It'll be the end of the over. So it's 28 for 1 after 3 overs. And Rico, a little bit earlier, I had a word with the England 11 skipper, Dan Lincoln. That's right, I'm here with Dan Lincoln, the England 11 skipper. Well, Dan, congratulations on making another ECC final.
Yeah, we're very happy. It looked like at the start of the week that we might not make finals day. But the boys turn it around midweek and go, what's that, 7 on the bounce now? We're pretty happy.
Yeah, and so you should be. I mean, some of the new guys coming in, what's their experience been like this week?
I think they found it tough in place. I think we all have, even the guys that were here last year. You've really got to buy into what these guys are doing. You've got to watch, you've got to learn. And these guys play this format all year round, and they're phenomenal at it. And so taking a leaf off the tree and listening to what they've got to say and how they go about it, I think is the right way to go.
And of course, you made the championship week last year. How's the standard improved in the last 12 months?
Astronomically, it's massive. The improvements are fantastic. The ball striking last year was great. It's even better this year. The bowling that sides have got is great. They're coming in and got different skills: left arm, right arm, leg spin, off spin. It's everything. And the fielding, I've seen some of the catches, I'm sure, that have gone out in the streams have been brilliant.
Well, Dan, big congratulations for making the final, and best of luck. Back to the action.
Well, thank you very much to the captain of England there, Dan Lincoln, and Vinny Sandhu putting some questions to him. Yeah, I have to agree. The improvement has been exceptional between this year and next year. Half a chance here, maybe, but the batters do really well. Good understanding between them getting there. Yeah, and as Dan Lincoln said, I think the hitting has remained as clean as ever. The bowling has got better, but some of the fielding has been great. I think that's why we sometimes are not surprised that we don't see as many runs being scored as sometimes we expect. Fielding has really improved, and we've seen some dynamic catches in this championship. Clayton Floyd, talk about being dynamic. He's been absolutely dynamic. The number of wickets that he's taken has been exceptional. 32 wickets in the championship so far. And, oh, a bit of bad on this. Clayton starts to go. I think I did hear a sound. Have a look at this. Goes across. I think, yeah, there may have been something. Goes right the way through, actually. To see again. I don't think the LBW was on anyway because it was outside the off. Well, this has been hit beautifully. And this time he gets it absolutely right. And, well, watch out, the Iceman. This one's got your name on it. Well, Tyrone Peters, I need you in Croatia. Don't you get injured. Well, what a hit this is, and it's the officials now that are in a spot of trouble. But look at Rob Kemming there. Sir Rob Kemming, he says, I'm a sir. I don't get up for no kookaburra. I just stay seated, cool, calm, collective. Not like Tyrone Peters. He's jumping up and down. Good hit. Rishton in the form of his life. Backs this one down. He runs hard. Looks for the second. No Rich. Here's the shout from Clayton. Once again, the early departure of Ward. Yeah, the England team starting to rebuild, and Ben Clayton and Andy Rishton, the ones doing it. Clayton is the man who just seems to get better every time he goes out there. Quicker delivery here from Clayton. Fires it in. Clayton is up to the mark, gets a single from it. And that will be the end of the fourth over. Score moves on to 40. That one 41, in fact, with that last single, just slightly behind with the scorecard there at the moment. So a tidy over, just 12 from it.
Pretty tidy. 41 for 1 after 4. And starting to come Lincoln and Bevan. That's the engine room. Console's been good as well in this series. They are jam-packed into the Cardham Roval. Well, if you are in the crowd right now, give us a big wave. I'm up here in the commentary box. I know it's pretty noisy down there. You know, there was music. There was everything going on in that break. We had
singing, a bit of dancing, a bit of saxophone being played as well.
Yeah.
Never seen anything like it. And, well, what's that all about? When there's some saucy headgear out there as well. Oh. Naughty but nice is what I say.
I'll have what he's having. Yeah, here's Saqib Zulfikar coming in over number 5. Gets that one whistling past the bat of Clayton. England 11, they've done it the hard way so far, haven't they? They have to win all 3 games on finals day. Netherlands just need to win 2. Oh, pretty close. Pretty close and gone. This definitely turns back. This turns back down the line, and it looked like it was heading down leg, but I honestly think it pitches in line and it straightens. I think it's a good call, and Saqib Zulfikar breaks through. He was on the sweep. That's always risky to a ball that pitches on the stumps, and the Dutch breakthrough again is 41 for 2.
Well, they're up and about. They're liking it. I don't know if everybody will like this. Keep an eye on that. And does that come back? Well, that's the question. Does that come back, or is it going to go on to Mr. Leg Stick? I get a feeling, yeah, all right, Vinny. I think you've got a good shout there. The umpire has to decide, is it online? Yes. Is the ball going to go on to hit the stump? And I think looking at it again, I think the umpire's spot on. I think that is going to clip the leg stick.
Has to turn it down the line. I actually think it gets a fair piece of the leg stump there. I think it's a very good decision. Doesn't have long to look at that. But like I say, you take your life in your hands if you are going to sweep balls that are on the stump. So is Clayton that has to go for 16. It's the second wicket to fall. Saqib Zulfikar breaks through with his leggies. It's 41 for 2.
Yeah, well bowled. Go with the spin. And he gets the flight. This is all about the flight. It's the flight that does the damage. Well, talking about doing the damage, this man who comes out, well, you were talking to him a little bit earlier, is the captain who comes out, Dan Lincoln, and he's done a lot of damage, 41 for 2. And Saqib Zulfikar gets the breakthrough from the second ball that he bowls. And Lincoln, captain.
What sort of Lincoln will come out? Orthodox Lincoln. He just knocks it down. It takes 1, and they may get 2. They won't. It's thrown so hard. It goes to the outfielder pretty quickly, so just a single. Rishton and Lincoln, you got Bevan to come, you got Godsall to come. This is the engine room, I think, in these middle overs.
Yeah, this is very, very important. Just got to keep it nice and tight and nice and tidy. That's Saqib, been very good. Rishton has been pretty useful as well. Well, this one is spiced up in the air. This will be a chance. And it has been taken. That is a massive moment. Now, they don't get any bigger than this. I mean, if there's one wicket that you really want, is the one of Andy Rishton. He has been on fire. He certainly has been, well, for me so far, has been the player of the England team. He's done everything with bat and with ball. He can take the match away from you. And, well, he was the player of the match in that performance against Spain. And here he is. He gets out for 14. He just doesn't get this right, does he? The head goes up in the air. The ball goes up. Offers the chance. No mistakes. And that's the thing here. You got to take your chances. And they do take it. I mean, you can ask Spain about that. And maybe that's probably the only blip that he had in their performance. And, well, that was enough to give the match to England, you would think. But they keep hold of the catches, and that's so important. And Richton knows how important a person he is with the bat. And now he's gone. I think a lot now relies here on Dan Lincoln, the captain.
That's the hot zone, isn't it, out of deep mid-wicket today. We've seen a lot of action. Richton had a bit of luck there earlier, but he has to go for 14 off 6. And so, England 11, they're going to go for Godsall before Bevan. I think they think of Bevan as a bit of a finisher. They see him coming in over 6, 7, something like that. So a bit early, just before the halfway point. But fielding's so important. Again, fielding under lights, slightly different experience. That was a really, really good catch.
Massive moment, wasn't it, in this one? So Saqib doing the damage, and he's bowling really well. Just loving the length that he's bowling.
Here's the thing. He's fooled batters with bounce twice. So on the sweep, it goes under the bat, I think, for that LBW. And then that one bounced a little bit more. Let's have a look at some of the players that have impacted this tournament. Musa Ahmed, Ryan Klein, and Corley. The 3 top batters in the Netherlands, but Lincoln, Richton and Ward, the top 3 for England 11 this week. And you've got Dan Lincoln there at the crease. He's been striking at 245. And this is after he had a pretty modest start by his standards. I mean, here's the thing. The way things are looking with the format, it could be in the future that teams just play 4 group matches and then they have to play finals. I mean, England, they would have been on playing home if that was the case. Anyway, it's the last ball of the over, and score after that is 44 for 3. I want to say a big hello to all of you guys, wherever you're watching from around the world. It's Finney Sounder here, Mr. Maximo. Rico Full with me. And you know what? Bring him in.
Somebody lurking. There's
Corey
somebody
Rutgers.
lurking.
Well, you know, Corey, I know you've agreed to do a few overs. We'll talk a bit in a minute, but I know it's a tough one. Corey, of course, the national coach of Spain, but also a big part of our team here at ECN. We love you in the commentary box. And Rico, we'll get Corey on. But, you know, as well, 2 Spain supporters here, I know that it'll be a tough night, but still you can be really proud of your efforts.
Very, very proud. Very proud of this man and very proud of our boys. Very proud of the equipo Rocco. They've done us really proud. And I think they've added the spice and the Spanish touch to this competition. They really have.
Oh, Corey's crying. I'm just trying not to get it on the equipment because we've already seen what happens when it gets
you're
wet.
not going anywhere. You're staying here. It's my turn to use my lanyard to go to the VIP zone. I'm going to get myself a little drinky poo. You can stay here. Maybe you can talk to Corey. I can't handle it. If Corey starts crying, I'll start crying. I don't want to cry here.
Just make sure you're backed by the golden ball, Rico, okay? Because that's what I'm picking in this final.
Did you see the graphic?
Oh, it was
the graphic? No, honestly, 118 to 118. You think I'm joking?
I'm not. No, now I see you.
Have
I'm
a look
joking. So if there's a supercomputer picks it, that goes a long way.
Okay, look, back to this match. What a great over that last one was from Saqib. It was fantastic. Only 3 from it, 2 wickets.
Now, I'll get a single. As Rico steps out for a second. And obviously, Rico, I've got to say to you, you've done an amazing job during the series as well. There's nothing quite like it in world cricket to have such a volume of matches. Rico's pretty strong too. He just lifted Corey up. And well, let's get back to the action. I'm trying to get going. As we've got another special guest in the commentary box, Indy, who headbutted a ball last night, and it's good to see him back. And anyway, let's welcome back Corey Rutgers to the commentary box. Corey, welcome. And well, it's nice to have you as not really a guest. You're part of our team, but we'll talk briefly, maybe in this over, about the Spanish, and then we'll go back to the game. But very, very exciting one. Back in qualifier 2, here's Brat. Well, high-ish. No ball called, in fact. A slow ball gone wrong for Brat. Well, it could be a run out here. Oh, it's a tough one. It was a really tough take for Asad Zulfiqar on the bounce. They hustle back for 2. Musa almost had a chance to run Lincoln out there.
Yeah, good fielding from Musa Ahmed at backward square leg. Gets the throw in quickly. Was it dipping? No, that's a no ball.
That's a no-y.
Yeah, definitely a no-y.
Hangs up there. You can just tell by the way he hits it. And Brat with his trademark teapot.
Tell you what, a better throw there, Vinny. He was in a bit of trouble.
Knocks his own wickets over. Well on the way back. Yeah, so well, maybe we'll wait for this ball because we are getting towards the end of this over. Got a couple to come. Right, so we'll go back to it now. So how are you feeling? How are the guys?
Yeah, it just upset. Proud, very, very proud of what the guys have achieved over the last month. We started in Group A and finished in the championship week and have gone down to two very strong nations.